everyone, and welcome to Two-Player Quest, where I help you on your quest to find the best two-player board games for you. In today's video, I have Fateforge, Chronicles of Kaan by Mighty Boards. In Fateforge, you navigate through a city full of intrigue and make choices that can affect the whole empire. You battle those who get in your way in this campaign combat RPG style game. But how many people is it good for, and what is it like? Well, let's explore. Fateforge is a game for 1 to 4 players that plays in about 60 minutes. So in 60 minutes you can do a part of the scenario. So you can do a narrative part and a combat part in that 60 minutes, but you are not stuck with doing certain things in certain times. So if you want to keep going, you can stop whenever you want at a save point, basically. So you can choose however long you want to play the game for. It's at a 2.77 on Board Game Geek for complexity, so it's an easy to slightly medium complexity game. And I say it would be quite high luck. So you have dice that you can roll to depending on what you can do. You don't know beforehand what the response is going to be of the enemies, but you also don't know when you are going to be able to do your turn and when the enemies respond. So that all makes it quite high luck. This is what the start of a 2-player game might look like. At the top we have one of the players. You start with a narration scene and the app, and then at the bottom here we have another player. You read the text in the tutorial. They will tell you what to do, what to place, and certain things you can do, choices you make. You keep following the narrative story until you get to the point of a combat. So here you will see the different enemies we will come across. This also tells you how to set up the game by grabbing the tokens and the cards. And you can also click on the layout section to look at layout, and you can zoom in if you have to. And it also tells you which tokens you need. It will tell you your objective and special rules. In this case, you want to defeat the militia officer guarding exit A, and everybody should leave through exit A, and you have 3 rounds to complete this combat. And it has some special information. And here it tells you how to set up the board. AB, starting marker there. Then what enemies go where. And it's good they all have different colours, that makes it easy to place them. Basically the app tells you exactly what to do. Now this is where the combat properly starts. As you can see on the screen, it says roll your 4 combat dice. You usually do this behind one of these partitions, so the other player can't see what you have rolled, but for the video it's easier just to roll out in the open. Now this is what my character has rolled. You have certain items that can allow you re-roll, you have certain skills that allow you to do something. But to start off with, the marksman also has the ability that during the preparation, that is the preparation phase we are in now, we can re-roll all of the dice if we don't roll any of the arrows. As you can see, we had not rolled a single arrow. So this character decides to re-roll. If I wanted to, I could use this blessed pendant for this one, and I rolled one. Oh, sorry, that was the wrong one. For this one, that's cocked, and I roll another miss, unfortunately. And this one is used. So now we have optional actions that you can choose to do. There's a big rules reference for the characters if they want them. But there are several options. I won't go over the big rules as that will take a while. This is also the time in which you set player order. You can see at the top here that one player goes, then enemy reactions happen, and then another player goes. So we can choose to let blue go first, then enemy reactions, then red. Once that's done, you go swipe to the next phase. So this is where a character would do something. So player 1 now does their actions. Then you click on enemy reactions, and you see what they do. Now the app tells you what's going to happen and what they're going to do. After that, it's player number 2's turn. And then you go to enemy turns when this has been reached. So then all surviving enemies perform actions on the board, and then you go to the cleanup phase, which tells you what to do. You click end round, and there might be a map change. Characters move, enemies move, things happen. And you continue on again. Here again you can see you have player 1, enemy reactions, and then player 2. And this keeps going until you finish the round by either succeeding, by going out of the map and defeating that guard, or by losing. After you've finished the combat, the game will tell you how to continue on to the next scenario, as it is one flowing big scenario. Teaching this game to new players will probably take you anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes to teach them the basics, and then probably about another 5 minutes so they can have a quick look at their character, look at their dice, see how they work, and so that they can choose their starting skills, so that they understand how the character works. So 15 minutes, I would say, and you can certainly get started in this game. If you are looking for a narrative combat campaign game, then this could be a good fit for you. The choices you make actually matter in the game, and the game depends on certain choices. There is a lot of unpredictability in this game, so that is something that you have to like. You can't really beforehand say, oh, I'm going to do this and this and this next round, because you don't know if you're going to roll those options. Plus, you also don't know what enemies are going to respond when. So you have to like the unpredictability to like this game. There is also no set sort of schedule on this game. So you can do a bit of the narration and then a combat, and you can just keep going until you are finished and get to one of the save points. Or if you want to make them shorter, you just save every time you can and then come back to it another time. So that's also something that is very good about this game. We haven't gotten far in this game yet, but thus far we are liking it. The combat is straightforward, it's easy, but it's not boring. The rules are straightforward and easy, not necessarily the combats themselves. Because you don't know what is exactly going to happen, because you don't know what your other player has rolled, you frankly beforehand don't even know what you're going to be rolling. You have to really trust and strategize to find a good combination of things to do in a turn. And the amount of variety in enemies is also very interesting. The narration gives very open options, which we really like, that you can basically sort of do what you want, which is what we are looking for in a bit more of a sandbox game. So in general, we are positive about this game thus far. We haven't yet played this game with more than 2 players. We wanted to start off with 2 characters before we would head over to 2 characters each to make it 4, or before we would start this off with somebody else. We want to sort of learn the game first before you expand, as I shall call it. From what I understand from BGG, they say the best is 1 to 2 players anyway, so we'll see how that goes when we expand. I have understood that the main difference with more players is more enemies, more room on the map, so more tiles on the map, and more time in the round, so more rounds. So there is not that much of a difference with smaller groups and bigger groups, but once we've tried it with more, I'll put it in the comments below and let you know. And that brings us to the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching our review of Fateforge, Chronicles of Kaan. If you want to see another one of my reviews, you can click up here. If you have any comments, feedback, or suggestions, you can put them down below, and I look forward to seeing you next time on 2 Player Quest.